Today's blog post is a video, and it's focused on looking outside yourself rather than within for approval. So basically determining if you're okay based on the response you get from those around you. So let me give you some examples. Say that you go to the grocery store and the grocery clerk isn't very friendly, and you leave feeling that somehow you're responsible, that you upset them in a way. Or say your boss criticizes you or a friend gets upset with you and you become somewhat obsessed about that criticism. It's as if you lose your equilibrium for a while and you focus on the rejection and then from there move on to all that's wrong with you, all your past failures. And what happens is it feels like life is a roller coaster. One minute you're up if those around you are positive and saying good things, or you're down if people around you are in a bad mood or they're short with you or say something unkind. So how do you get off that roller coaster ride? First of all, it's important to remember that the world is not that black and white. You're not all bad or all good. You're a good person who sometimes says or does things that aren't putting you in the best light, that, for lack of a better word, are bad. You regret them, you wish you hadn't said them, or maybe you don't, maybe they're mean, but it doesn't make you bad. It makes you someone who sometimes does things that make you human, basically. And then the second thing is, remember that you've also done and said good things. So give yourself some credit for what you do that's good or right. So when you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible person, I'm so bad for having snapped at my spouse, or my boss is going to fire me for writing that report and having an error in it, to be able to say, you know, I often write reports that never have an error, and I'm very good at that. So having a report where I have an error means, you know, I'm human. I have a flaw. It doesn't mean the end of the world and I'm going to be fired. So here's some other examples. If your boss criticizes you, remind yourself of something that you did well at work. Consider what others have said to you, positive comments that your boss has given you. Is it possible that both things can be true? That you do your job well and sometimes you make a mistake? And also consider other options. If your boss gets upset with you or a friend says something negative or the checkup person is unfriendly, could it have something to do with them and nothing to do with you? Maybe your boss had a call that upset him just before you and he met. Maybe your friend is jealous of you and lashes out with something negative. And maybe the grocery clerk is tired or has a headache. So I hope these things are helpful and you're able to try them and get some success with them. And I look forward to you reading my next blog post in a week or so. Thanks.